We are not just keeping house, we are keeping hearts and homes. Being a keeper of the home is not for the faint of heart. There are responsibilities, there are tasks, there are raising children, there's loving the husband, and caring for the home all in one. So I am sharing what it is to be a keeper of the home in my life. The days are really warming up in the springtime in May. We've had a hot spell lately of 80s and almost 90 degrees, which is very hot. So the mornings are beautiful. I'm soaking in the breeze through the door, the sunlight hitting the trees and my growing plants and garden, and just how beautiful that is to take in the early morning hours. Then there is the tasks, and that includes outdoor work. I shared on my last video too, just a lot of gardening because I love gardening. I enjoy it. It's just so relaxing, so stress relieving. It's just a joy to my heart. And so keeping the home includes keeping the garden and the space all around me. And I love just seeing how a weed pulled makes a flower just come alive because it shows its blooms so much more. Keeping the space around us beautiful is also a joy, and I shared how to beautify the home in my last video, which you can check out as well. Keeping the home also includes caring for the children, like mentioned in the quote too, and the hearts of our little ones that we have. I have 3 and expecting number 4 later this summer, and it's just such a joy to know that I get to raise my kids in the home that I have been entrusted with by the Lord. Whether we lived in this home of 950 square foot, we lived in an apartment, we lived in a mansion, I still want to train my children in the ways of the Lord, in the ways of being home caregivers and just loving each other in the process. Today, I also want to share a collaboration that I have with the company Cub. This Cub toddler infant mattress is suited for my needs. I had this other old mattress that I've had for 6 years. As you can see, the mattress protector has potty stains and nosebleed stains, and it was time to refresh. Cub reached out to me, and I was excited to find a toddler infant mattress that was made from breathable, 100% organic materials that is wonderful for a good night's sleep for the baby. And when the baby, or the toddler in my case, sleeps well, we all sleep better. Cub is offering a 10% discount code for you subscribers and viewers, which is in the description box below. So if you're in need of a new crib mattress, please check out Cub and find one that is suitable for your child's needs. But it was time for me to rearrange the room. We needed to change it up a little bit. I have 3 kids in this bedroom. Our 6, almost 4-year-old and almost 2-year-old share this room. I've shared before, we live in a small home of 950 square foot, and 3 kids in one room is what we have. And it's cozy, it's great, they enjoy it, but it needed an update, and so we just flip-flopped where the crib was, or the toddler bed. I rearranged my 2-drawer dresser and the chair, and just kind of made it a little bit different to design, which was fun for all the kids as well. And nothing was really bought new, and it just was something that sometimes rearranging is the best route, and it's just makes it feel more inviting and exciting as well. And so that's part of keeping the home, is doing a few swaps and changes, all affordable of course, doing a few updates so that your family is better well cared for. And sleep is so important to us as mamas, us as homemakers, and to our children so that we can enjoy the days with them and have better sleep and better fun activities during the day. So definitely check out Cub to look at their breathable 100% organic fabric mattress. So this baby mattress and toddler mattress is one I have used for several weeks now and is very well made, and one that I am happy to support and be able to use in my home. One of my favorite things to do with a leftover roast is make ground roast sandwiches. I use the carrots and some of the potatoes and the roast and throw it in my food processor, and it's kind of like a ham spread, tuna, chicken salad, but it's with beef, or you can use pork too. And it just makes such a change because leftover roast is sometimes hard to eat for little kids, and so this is a great way, especially when it's warm out. You want a quick, healthy and fast meal for a lunch or even a supper to have with crackers and cheese, or have on some homemade bread, or bring on a picnic. And so I just really enjoy making this meal, and simple is always great. It is May, and so that means rhubarb season. So we are prevalent in the rhubarb, but I am actually using frozen rhubarb first for this recipe because I had some from last year that I needed to use up. But I'm excited to be sharing this recipe. It was my grandmother's recipe that she shared, and it is a rhubarb cake. Very simple recipe, but it is very moist and very just classic cake. So you can find that over on the blog, daviekillian.com. In the video, you're seeing me change it up because that's what I always do. But on the blog, it's just the classic white flour. You'll have the sugar instead of maple syrup. And so I just like to alternate how I make it for my family to be a little more healthy. But sometimes if you need a go-to cake to bring to a potluck or to a picnic, or to have even for a spring birthday, why not just make something that has in-season fruit? So I enjoyed making this rhubarb cake recipe that was my grandmother's and sharing it all with you guys. I want to share another quote I found about being the keeper of the home. The idea of being a keeper of your home means that you have been entrusted by God with the responsibility of overseeing your household to keep it running well and honoring God. This is according to Debbie Titus. So what a true quote we have. Keeping the house running well and honoring God. I wholeheartedly believe that and think it is such a truth to share that with our children and with our families, and just keep the home well to show our loved ones why we do what we do to honor God. Back to the gardening. So digging holes for potatoes, putting my potatoes. I bought some long-term storage potatoes from Johnny's Seeds, and I also bought some onion sets from Johnny's Seeds. I really like their product and their quality. They have often good organic quality that I like to have for my family and to be able to store in those winter months. Last year I used these potatoes and they lasted at least 8 months in my basement food storage. So did the onions. And so this year I went all out and am doing basically a potato and onion garden by the side of our garage. So that'll be lovely to have, hopefully, when the harvest comes in the fall months. thinking long-term for your family when it comes to food, that is definitely keeping the home. In my mind, I know this planting in May won't come to fruition till September or October, and then it will last us through the winter months. And so thinking what I'm doing now is going to benefit my family for the future year is just something that I value. And so keeping the home in that way and serving my family with the foods we eat is always important to me, and quality homegrown is great. All right, time to relax, enjoy an iced homemade latte, and peruse a thrifted book I found on shade gardens. I don't have a lot for shade gardens, but it's still fun to see different designs, what flowers they use. I do have a bit of a shaded area right by our patio where I'm sitting, and so just have fun looking at that and enjoying the kids splashing in their little kiddie pool. Sun is setting and the sun is coming up on a new day. So the blooms of lilacs, I just love having those on my table, and you'll see me arrange those later. But as I said, keeping the home is also training our children, and my oldest enjoys taking care of watering when she can, or when she would like as well, filling the bird bath, just kind of taking care of the things that she sees mom do. And so by example is how kids learn the best, I think, knowing that we have to care for things in order to have them grow and live. Lilacs. We have so many neighbors and friends with lilacs, so give them a call, ask if you can cut some, because this season is short-lived. We are cutting the purple lilacs, some white lilacs, and just enjoying the smell all throughout the house, because like I said, few days and they do not last long in water in the house, but you enjoy them while they last and enjoy them outside as well. I love bringing the outdoors in. That's one way I shared in a different video on bringing beauty into the home. So get those lilacs, get those free flowers from your backyard to enjoy. Quote to share by Laura Ingalls Wilder: "The true way to live is to enjoy every moment as it passes, and surely it is in the everyday things around us that beauty of life lies." Like I said, those beautiful flowers that you can bring in, the joy of watching a child water in the garden, the joys of just seeing life around us and planting and making cookies so that you have them on hand or to send to a friend's house. That is just the things in everyday life that we do as homemakers. The evening routine in the kitchen on one particular night is always a little bit more enhanced than other nights. So this is the night of my kitchen cleanup. Yes, I do dishes every day and multiple times a day. I use the dishwasher for many days, but some days washing things by hand is just the way to go. And it's really enjoyable to stand in front of the window as the sunlight streams in, the sun starts setting, and I just get to enjoy and listen to my kids play with my husband, or listen to a podcast, or just enjoy the giggles and laughter of everybody around. So doing a little more extensive cleaning, and that's just a task in the home. That is not the most important thing in the home. I remind myself of this daily because I am a very task-oriented person, and I am one of those that could just keep going and going and going because I like accomplishing things that you can see visibly done. And God has really worked on my heart on that, to know it's not always about what you can see done, but it's about who you are spending the time with and who the children in my family or my husband is in the home. Yes, tasks do have to get done. You don't want a stinky sink with dishes in there, and you don't want dirty footprints all over the floor every day. So cleaning the floor is important. Wiping fingerprints off the cupboard keeps your house looking fresh and clean, especially after I did my mini makeover. So I think it's important to do tasks and get those done. But I'm also learning to enjoy just those moments. And I think pregnancy helps with that too, because there are times where I just need to sit and relax and enjoy. But keeping the home is what I love doing, and I love sharing that with you all. So I hope you're encouraged today and that you have a blessed and wonderful day.